Are you pleased with the direction in which our country is headed? Do you get these feelings of joy and excitement and optimism over the Republican National Convention or the Democrat National Convention? Feelings that cause you to believe that, boy, America's going to move in a better, freer, more peaceful, prosperous, and healthy direction? Let's not forget that even before this pandemic crisis, which these politicians have been using as an opportunity to satiate their thirst for more power over the lives of more human beings, this country already was a mess in terms of liberty. You had crises everywhere. You still have these crises, ongoing crises, permanent crises with immigration, the drug war, foreign policy, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, Lebanon, Latin America, the welfare state, Social Security, Medicare, debt, inflation, monetary debasement. Everywhere you look, there was a crisis. And this is the manifestation of the welfare warfare state way of life that both liberals and conservatives, Democrats and Republicans have foisted upon our land and under which we've all been born and raised. This is the what we call the welfare warfare state. And we're now suffering the most severe consequences of this philosophy. Now, the question is, what do you want to do about it? Because there's options here. If you're not pleased with the trajectory in which this country is headed, there are options. One option is just surrender. Just give up. Just accept that these people, Democrats and Republicans, liberals and conservatives, are going to continue leading our country in the direction of the welfare warfare state way of life. Okay? And then you just roll over and you say, well, this was my plight in life. I was born and raised in a welfare warfare state, and there's nothing I can do about it, and this is the way I'm going to die, and I'm just going to surrender to the inevitable. That's one option. Another option is to settle for reform. Just say, well, okay, these people are just too powerful. This machinery is too powerful. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to surrender, but I'm going to reform their system. I'm going to improve their system, and I'm going to work and devote all my efforts to coming up with this reform or that reform. Much like, slavery reformers might have done in the 1850s. That just say, oh, well, we'll never get rid of slavery, and so we might as well just settle for slavery reform. And so that's one option, just settle for reforming the serfdom under which we live. And the third option is to fight and to continue fighting, to move this country in a better, freer, more peaceful, prosperous, healthy direction, and harmonious direction. And that entails, of course, the power of ideas, the written word, the spoken word. I mean, this is why people have written books and articles and given speeches throughout the ages, because they understand that words can influence people to move in a different direction. And in a society, the application of this principle is you reach a critical mass of people that desire that shift to a new paradigm, and then that shift suddenly takes place. But in order to do that, you've got to make the case. You can't give up, and you can't settle for reform. You've got to make the case for liberty, genuine liberty, which entails a dismantling of the infringements on liberty. And that's what the Future of Freedom Foundation is all about. I'm Jacob Hornberger. I'm president of the foundation. This is what we've done for 30 years, is make the principled case for liberty. Because that's the way we shift paradigms and move this country in a different direction, a better direction. Now, we're here in our mid-year fundraising drive. We need your help. You all have kept us going for 30 years now, and we need your help here at mid-year. What can you do to help us? Well, you can go to our website and make a donation. Those of you that have already donated to our mid-year fundraising drive, we're very, very grateful. Thank you. And if you've never donated to FFF before, well, this is a perfect time to become vested with us, to get involved with us and say, man, I'm going to help this foundation advance liberty, the principal case for liberty. And you go to our website at fff.org. You can make a secure donation. You can go to your checkbook right now, write a check to FFF, mail it to us. Our address is there on our website. If you've if you have supported us in the past, I would invite you to join our FFF Freedom Club. That's a $250 donation. Right now, I'm sending out a video series. I'm on segment 8 now. I've completed segment 8 on what we need to do to achieve a free society in this country. And each segment's about 10 to 15 minutes long. You'll have access to all those videos, plus the future ones. It's excuse me, an ongoing series. And if you're doing recurring donations, we're very, very appreciative for that. If you're able to do that, that helps us plan. And we just need your support to get this done. Now, why do we do this? Well, we do it because it's the right thing to do. When you've got people inflicting tyranny and oppression on you, the right thing to do is to resist, to oppose it every way you can. And the best way to oppose it is through words, through the power of ideas. Now, there's other ways, granted, but one of the best ways is through the power of ideas, because they tend to influence people that reaches that critical mass that then shifts society. And that's what we do. This is what we've done here for 30 years. We have faith in the power of ideas. And we believe not only that it's the right thing to do when people are oppressing you, it gives you dignity to resist what these people are doing, but it also provides the chance, the possibility that you reach that critical mass in society that suddenly sweeps across the country like wildfire. And once that happens, there's nothing. These people, that is the people that love control and tyranny and oppression, will be able to do anything. They won't be able to do anything about it. And that's what we're aiming for through the power of ideas. And then finally, there's fun in fighting for liberty. You know, I mean, we enjoy our work here. We love what we do. Before this pandemic, we would get to work at 6 in the morning, and we would love it. And we're still loving it. We're working from home, but we're still love battling for liberty. And so it's a labor of love. So if you are able to help us out, we'd be very, very appreciative. For those of you that already have helped us out, thank you very much for your generous support. We couldn't do it without those of you that help us out. So thank you so much for your consideration, and I hope you'll go to our website, fff.org, and make a donation or send us a check today. Thank you.